If you're like me, then every year, no matter how much you plan in advance, there is always a chaotic struggle at the very last minute to get my Christmas gifts in order. And it's when it's down to the wire that I hear that voice in my head whisper, "There's always a gift card." But when I give a gift, I really want it to mean something. I want my loved ones to feel seen and known. But when Christmas is just around the corner, panic sets in, which is why I've come up with this list of whimsical, thoughtful DIY gifts that you can throw together in a jiffy with items you might already have on hand. Gifts that are magical, personal, and actually easy to make. So shuttle those Amazon tabs, step away from the gift cards, and let's make this Christmas a little extra whimsical. And no guilt if you do get a gift card, okay? This is just if you want. Let's go. Let's start off with some framed art pieces. This is such an easy project. Just find some public domain art online, there's so much available, and get it printed at a printer's or print it yourself as if it is a beautiful photograph. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can even decorate the frames themselves. So let's make this little bow frame. And life hack, if you don't have any ribbon, you can actually use the hanger straps that come with like blouses. You can cut those off and use those as little bits of ribbon. Make sure you seal the bow ends so they don't fray. So I'm just melting the polyester threads with a little bit of heat. You don't want this to catch on fire though, be very, very careful. Or you can use a bit of super glue or clear nail polish. I really love how the bows add just a little extra something. And next up, let's make a medieval inspired frame. We're going to bedazzle this frame with just some hot glue and some beads and some crystals. You can use buttons, you can use whatever like sparkly pretty trinkets you have on hand and sparkle it up and make it as delightful as you possibly can. Et voila, it's sparkly, it's gaudy, it's fantastical and whimsical. Then we just put the pictures in and look, you have a gift ready to go that took so little time. It's so super easy and very customizable to anyone's tastes or interests. Next up, let's make some jar lid jewelry trays. I love this project because you get to use literal trash, which I always find very fun, but we are going to make 3 different designs. I'm going to start by painting them just with some white craft paint, and then I'm going to make this crystal tray, which has some little stands for rings on it. So I'm just using hot glue to set in these crystals here, and that's it. This is so easy. Next up, let's make a hand-painted design using a paint pen. I'm making these little bows and dots and then adding some ribbon around the outside with some hot glue, folding it over the rim, and then tying a nice big bow to finish it off. For design number 3, I'm just painting, so I'm using some gold craft paint and adding a whimsical moon and stars design. Again, this is a very quick and simple project, only took a couple of minutes to finish it off. Then once I've got all 3 designs done, I'm going to seal them off with some Mod Podge just to add a little extra protection so it doesn't get scratched. I love how these turned out. They're very cute for displaying on shelves, keeping my rings organized, keeping little pieces of jewelry organized, and the sky's the limit on what kinds of designs you want to create. For the friend who loves all things cute and cottagecore, you can make this cute little frog plushie out of a fuzzy sock. This project might be a little more difficult if you don't have any sewing experience, but if you have the basics of how to hand stitch down, then this is a very simple project to whip together out of a single sock and some stuffing. You can use literally old bits and bobs of fabric. It doesn't have to be actual polyester stuffing. Yarn scraps are great for these smaller areas like the eyes and the legs. and then just sew it together using a ladder stitch to get the invisible stitching on the bottom. Add on the arms. I did use a piece of hanger ribbon from a dress for this little bow, and then I used a bit of white felt to make the eyes and cheeks and drew on the mouth with a Sharpie. And if you are extra ambitious, you could even make cute little clothes for your stuffy, but I love how this guy turned out. He's very cute and awkward and a little grumpy, and I love him. Now let's customize a collage card deck. So for this project, you'll need a pack of cards, some collage papers, and any other collaging materials, Mod Podge, or some other kind of varnish to seal with, and glue. I used some old dictionary pages to get some interesting texture and get some little dictionary quotes on my cards. And for the images, I used a pack of vintage art that I bought off of Etsy, but unfortunately it is no longer for sale there. But you can definitely find similar things or find free public domain art or photographs, etc. online to use for this. The theme for my card set was very whimsical and vintage, but very cute and cozy. I just went with the flow and enjoyed myself, and it came together very quickly. It was a very easy project. This would be a great gift for someone who loves kind of novelty items and interesting art and kind of quirky little things like this. And of course, you can customize it to whatever theme you would like to make. For this project, you will need to either print out or draw some calendar papers. You will need some ribbon and a hole punch and some kind of cutting device. For this custom calendar, I used photos I found on pexels.com and used Canva to lay everything out. There are lots of calendar templates on there that you can use. I'm making this calendar for my mother-in-law who grew up in Finland, so I'm using all photographs of Finland. I used photo paper for the covers and regular printer paper for the date part, and then I pasted on the dates to the backs of the covers so that when you flip the calendar, everything's together. Use a hole punch nicely lined up to put the holes in, and then tie it up with some ribbons and cute little bows. I used a candle to melt the ends of the ribbons and seal them off, and look how beautiful it turned out. I love this gift because it's perfectly customizable, so it's great for someone who already has everything. You can make them the exact calendar they would love. This is perhaps the easiest gift of all. There's not really any crafting required, but it is to make a blind date with a book. This is a great gift if you have a book lying around in your collection that you think one of your friends would really love to read, that you would like to gift to them, but you want to make it a little extra special. So you can package the book up with some lovely accessories, maybe a package of tea that they can drink while reading the book, maybe some pieces of stationery, a cute little bookmark. The ones I'm using here are from my old stationery shop when I used to run an art business. They are no longer being sold, but you could use whatever cute stationery you have on hand. I included an annotating ruler kit here as well. And then just decorate the packaging up with some stickers. You want to wrap it in craft paper and then write on the outside, blind date with a book, and give just some little teasers about the book without giving away what it is, maybe give the genre. And then when they open it up, they will have a surprise blind date with a book, and it's just a little extra fun surprise for them to read. For a super quick and easy project, make some button accessories. First, let's make a button adorned headband. For this, you'll need a headband blank, some good super glue, and of course some buttons. You can choose a color palette, choose what kind of textures and designs you want, and then just have fun placing these. Make sure you have a window open if you're using any kind of super glue and take the proper precautions. And there you have your headband. That's just so quick and easy, and now let's make a matching bracelet to go with it. You're going to need some jewelry, elastic, and of course some buttons, and all we're doing is we are weaving the elastic through the buttonholes, through 2 holes on each button, and then we are stacking the buttons on top of each other as we go along. So you'll stack one hole on top of the other hole for each button so that they are kind of crossing over each other like this. And then you're just going to go as many buttons as you need to get around your circumference of your wrist and tie a nice secure knot at the end. Snip the ends and voila, you have your matching bracelet and headband. This is a lovely gift for someone who loves whimsical fashion, who is a little bit playful in their fashion sense. And finally, let's make a Studio Ghibli inspired Soot Sprite wreath. First off, we're going to make the wreath backing just with some plain cardboard and trace out some circles, and there you go. Now we're going to make all of the pom-poms, the little Soot Sprites bodies. I'm using some black yarn. You just wind it around the fork about 15 to 25 times, put the string through the center of the fork and tie it really tight around the middle of the pom-pom, slip it off, and then you're going to cut all of those loops, and then give your pom-pom a little bit of a haircut to even it out. Then we are going to make some eyes for my pom-poms. You can make these out of felt, you can make these out of paper, you can even use googly eyes if you want. Then we are going to attach all the pom-poms onto the wreath and lay them out as we've desired. Now it's time to add some color. We are going to make paper stars. You need some strips of colored paper. I definitely wouldn't do anything larger than about 3/4 of an inch. Make a knot at the end of the paper like this. Then you're going to fold the paper around the pentagon shape, passing to the right, passing to the left. Tuck the end in under that fold just like that. Use your index finger and your thumb to push in the corners and inflate the star. And then you're just going to do that about 10,000 more times. I sat and did this during my Bible study. Once you have a whole bunch of stars, we are going to add them to the wreath. I wanted to have some three-dimensionality, so I really played around with the stars, and I am absolutely in love with this. So if you know someone who loves Studio Ghibli, who loves Spirited Away or My Neighbor Totoro, this is a perfect gift that you can whip together last minute for them. And that, my friend, is all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Get out there, get crafting, and have a gloriously creative rest of your day. Bye for now.